Ladies and gentlemen, Sister City leaders and supporters, welcome to the 2016 Sister Cities International 60th Anniversary Regional Reception, hosted by Mary Ellen and Michael E. Fox Sr., celebrating the work of millions of volunteer citizen diplomats around the world, yesterday and today. We're going to be starting our program right now. My name is Sean O'Kane, and I'll be your master of ceremonies for our brief program this evening. Tonight marks the start of a year-long celebration for the Sister Cities movement, and we, San Jose, Santa Clara County, and Silicon Valley, as is consistent with our entrepreneurial spirit and progressive leadership, are very proud to be the inaugural national celebration site here at the Silicon Valley Capital Club. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and give a round of applause for the 65th Mayor of the City of San Jose, the Honorable Mr. Sam Ricardo, right here.
Thank you, Sean. Isn't that a great voice? I wish I had his voice. Fantastic. So, good evening. My name is Sam, and I work for you. And I'm really honored to be here with so many of you who have been so deeply engaged in supporting our community by building bridges throughout the world. So first, let me just say thank you to all of you for all that you have done to support San Jose in its efforts to be a better partner with our sister cities throughout the world. And I would be remiss if I didn't start by recognizing a predecessor of mine who went on to bigger things. I think many of you, and I think probably all of you know, the Honorable Norman Netta. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much for being here. And I think he may be saying a word or two in a moment. We're obviously thrilled to have here in San Jose the CEO of Sister Cities International, Mary Keene. Thank you, Mary, for being here. We are also joined by many colleagues, current and former. I see Councilmember Johnny Camus.
Hey, Johnny.
I believe I saw Vice Mayor Rose Herrera. There's Rose, yes. And yes, and just recently former City Council member Margie Matthews. Yes. She's a serial council member. We drag her back in whenever we need another one. Former council member Nancy Powell is a former president of our Sister City relationship with Dublin. And Councilmember Linda Lazat. And Charlotte Powers, I believe.
Sam.
There we go. Councilmember Charlotte Powers, who I better not forget because she's a neighbor of mine. In big trouble. Yes. So this all started only 60 years ago in 1956, and within a year, San Jose was one of the first on the boat with our Sister City relationship with Okayama. And since then, we have had just such an incredible wonderful set of relationships, of experiences in which so many of us have shared that enriched the life of our city. And I really have to thank Tim Quigley for all the work. Where you are? There you are, Tim. This man worked so hard to help continue this incredible spirit that was launched by many people in this room and before. And we want to continue with this incredible work, and the hope and the ambition that we can continue to be the model sister city for other cities throughout the country. I believe this year we raised more money than any other. Is that right?
Well, the President's going to report on that.
Okay. I better not steal our thunder. It's a good indication it's time for me to stop talking. So with that, please have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce our host for this evening, Mike E. Fox Jr. Right here.
Well, I'm a substitute here. Unfortunately, my parents had a much more important engagement. They're on a plane to Mexico right now, to Cabo. But, so I got this duty though. But no, not yet. But on behalf of my mom and dad, Marilyn and Mike Fox Sr., we're so delighted to have many of our friends and neighbors joining us on our Sister City leaders and champions tonight to begin the national celebration of 60 years of Sister Cities international movement. My parents and I firmly believe in the importance of the work of the everyday citizen diplomat and this international NGO. It is our honor to be associated with an organization that has facilitated real impact in our country and across the world through economic development, global understanding, and friendship. We ask each of you to support Sister Cities International and be generous so that this important work can continue well into the 21st century. So please enjoy the evening. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Matt. It is my high honor and distinct pleasure to introduce our native son we all know and love, and a lifelong resident of 4th Street, and a former city council member, mayor, congressman, and one of the only handful of Americans throughout our history who has served as a national cabinet member under both, or presidents of both political parties. U.S. Secretary of Commerce under President Bill Clinton, and U.S. Secretary of Transportation under President George W. Bush. And while we all know him locally, and many do not know here in Silicon Valley, is that he is also revered globally throughout the Sister Cities International movement as one of the earliest pioneers and the first Japanese-American mayor of the founding city member, and today the most illustrious member of its highest leadership echelon, the honorary board. Now, please welcome our friend and neighbor, the Honorable Norman Etta, right here.
Sam, you're absolutely correct. I wish I had the tenor of his voice as well. Well, first of all, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight for the anniversary, the 60th anniversary of the Sister City program. And I remember when we started the first one here in San Jose with Okayama, Japan, and out of that came the Korakuen Gardens out at Kelly Park and a lot of other things. And then a number of you got into all of this Sister City program by expanding it further. And if you don't mind, I'd like to take a moment of silence if I might. Tim, is it appropriate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our very, very good friend Pat McMahon was instrumental in doing things in terms of the relationship between Dublin and the city of San Jose, as well as Mayor Tom McHenry. But I remember when the mayor was here from Dublin, and he says, you know, you folks celebrate St. Patrick's Day more than we do in Ireland. And Pat was part of that whole movement. He and his wife and their daughters, you know, they were in the dance club and did all these things promoting the U.S. or the San Jose Dublin Sister City program. And I just love Pat. He had his law office on 1st Street, and we just miss him sorely. He just passed recently. But in any event, President Eisenhower always felt that, sure, there are professionals who are diplomats, and they sort of maintain the relationship between countries. But he felt that what was more important was that citizen-to-citizen diplomacy that comes about from the Sister City program. And so he was a big pusher of it. And when I was mayor, I was on the board of directors of the National League of Cities. And through that affiliation and a fellow by the name of Tom Gittins, we incorporated the whole Sister City program within the National League of Cities and really started to promote the idea of sister cities across the United States. And it has just been wonderful to see all of these communities that have developed these programs locally and extending their friendship and heart and value and love to their friends overseas. And so this still continues to be a very big part of the U.S. diplomatic strategy. I'm sorry. It really is a development within the State Department to encourage the citizen-to-citizen relationship between those in the United States and other countries. I don't like to refer to them as foreign countries because they're really not foreign. We've got to know them, got to get to know them better so that you take away the stigma of something being foreign. And so all of you, in all of the various programs that we have in San Jose, whether it's Taiwan or with Mexico and all the other programs that we have, you've continued to develop that. And that's why San Jose is so well known, because of your efforts in the whole Sister Cities movement across the United States. So again, thank you to all of you for taking time tonight to be here. I know you'd rather be doing the laundry or washing the car or whatever else, but I really do appreciate your taking time to help celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Sister City program. Thank you very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Edwin Tan, Regional Director for the U.S. Representative by Conduct.
Good evening. I won't take too much of your time, but on behalf of the Congressman, that he says his regrets for not being able to be here as he's in. And so he sends his best regards and congratulations for the 60th anniversary of the organization, and he wanted to present a congressional resolution just honoring that occasion. And so if I can present that to Mary and Tim.
Honor the chair.
Okay, sorry.
Bill. Sorry. The three of us.
Yeah. Everybody this way. One more. Thank you.
And congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'd like now to introduce the Honorable Mary D. Kane, President, CEO, Sister Cities International, right here.
Okay, thank you very much, Sean. It's always great to see Sean. We actually scared him today when he was hanging out here at the club. But I would just like to say, these funds that you're raising tonight, thank you. They will be put to great use, and you are the start of our 60th anniversary. You are, this city, San Jose, is the one that has really put the fire into all of us, and the other cities that have agreed to do receptions have a very high bar to reach. You've set the tone, and I want to thank you very, very much. I'd also like for everyone to know, and after Secretary Mineta, which it's also interesting, we do have another Bush and a Clinton running for president. Think they'll task you back in there again? Nor was my neighbor in the suburbs of Washington, and I did not know my way to San Jose. Thank you, Tim. And what a difference 4 years makes. As we begin this 60th anniversary year, I knew the perfect start to this celebration is here, San Jose and Silicon Valley, the place where we had an amazing youth leadership summit and one of our best conferences ever when we came here to San Jose. And right here, and it's Norm's real home, not that one outside of Washington. So today we are the oldest and largest global network of citizen diplomats, and our membership is comprised of 545 cities in the US that have now, this year, over 2,200 partnerships in 146 countries. 60 years ago, we just started with Germany and Japan. And thank you, San Jose, for launching that as one of the initial members. And California actually is the largest state component of our movement, with over 88 cities and counties and 27 sister state relationships that link over 520 communities around the globe. And as we start this year-long anniversary celebration, San Jose is leading us to an international focus in April for the 66th City Member All-Ireland U.S. Sister City Summit in Dublin. Thank you very much, because this is gaining such traction around the network that we could put together a delegation like this and actually invite very prominent people to lead it. So there'll be more as the year goes on, or before April, on who will be joining us on this delegation. But I do know that the U.S. Department of State is very happy that we're doing it. And we will be in Washington, D.C. this summer for our 60th annual conference. We will be at the Japanese Embassy one night. We will have our diplomatic gala at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We will be working with the mayor of Washington, D.C., and we will be having annual awards. And I would love for all of you to come and join us in Washington, D.C. But tonight, I'm here for two reasons. First, I want to acknowledge and recognize two very special leaders and friends who are our hosts tonight and who are in the epitome of the citizen diplomat. And you all know Mary Ellen and Mike Fox, Sr. And thank you, Mike Fox, Jr., for being here also. In addition to receiving the local Medici Medallion and the Spirit of Ireland Award, as well as being designated the 2013 SCI Citizen Diplomats of the World, they have received innumerable awards and recognition from all aspects of the community. Suffice it to say, when I think Silicon Valley, I do think of Mary Ellen and Mike Fox, who have been so wonderful to everyone, our organization, but also personally. They have treated my daughter as like one of their daughters. It is my pleasure to announce that Mary Ellen and Mike Fox have joined the founders level of the Sister City International Eisenhower Circle, the highest level of recognition for lifetime citizen engagement, achievement, and generosity within the Sister Cities International movement. Thank you very much, and please, Mike, let your parents know that we're missing them tonight, but we kind of understand why. Very nice thing to do. And Vice Mayor Herrera, would you join me? Sure. My second reason for coming is to make a presentation, and this past December, the Sister Cities International Network participated in the annual National Giving Tuesday campaign. It is my pleasure to recognize the San Jose Sister Cities team as the winner of the large city category and present the check to you to support your 8 programs. Congratulations, San Jose. Yay. Check is in the mail. Oh, yeah. And again, on behalf of the entire Sister City Network, but I do want one story, okay? 2 weeks ago, I was invited to the Embassy of Afghanistan. And I have to tell you, one of the most disconcerting things that can happen is when you walk into this building, they say, "Welcome to Afghanistan," because it is actually belongs Afghani soil. And they were giving out scholarships to Afghani women to go to college here in the United States. Wow. But there was one person there, and they introduced him. He is the CIO of Afghanistan. And that is your former president of San Jose State University. Oh my God. Yeah. And when I went to go introduce myself, and he looked at me, he goes, in front of the ambassador, he goes, "Sister Cities, I love you guys." And I'm like, oh, thank you, God. But it was, what a great thing to walk into an embassy in Washington, D.C. and see someone who is so well acquainted, who has been involved, and is in an area of the world where we need more Sister City relationships. We really do. So you guys have a wonderful person out there who is a friend of everything that you've done and actually working to hopefully build more friends. So on behalf of Sister Cities Network leadership, we value the generous contribution that San Jose has presented for 60 years. You have been there for 60 years, and we appreciate it so very much. And thank you so much for coming out tonight and having me. And thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Mary. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Mayor Rose Herrera.
Thank you, Sean, and good evening, everyone. I only have one page out of the script, so I'm not going to attempt to go on some page. I just want to say how honored I am to be here and part of this group, and Secretary Mineta really makes me think about the real meaning of this organization and what we do, and how great a need we have now for citizen ambassadors, around the world, in our neighborhoods across this country, as we unfortunately sometimes see intolerance rear its ugly head. It's so wonderful to know that this organization is spreading understanding and learning about each other, and we just need to, I think, extrapolate that and really take this as a model in a lot of ways. So I just had to say that as an editorial comment. That's not on my script, so I will get to the script here. So thank you, Sean, thank you, Mary Kane, and these funds are going to be put to good use in supporting our Sister City program. So thank you so much. Let's give them a big hand on the check that's awarded. So Secretary Mineta, colleagues and friends, we are so proud of our long history of Sister City programs. I think San Jose has been around 59 years, Tim, who's counting? And the International 60 years, so darn it, I was hoping I could say it was older than me, but no, I'm older than it, unfortunately. And all they do to support economic and business development, education, scholarship, environmental projects, arts, culture, and heritage activities, as well as youth, sports, and municipal exchanges. As a result, we are especially honored to be the site of the inaugural Sister Cities International 60th Anniversary Regional Celebration, hosted by our local heroes, Mary Ellen and Mike Fox Sr. Let's give them a hand. In fact, I was with Mike, yes, Mike Fox is everywhere. I was with Mike Fox Sr. yesterday supporting the seniors. They had a dementia awareness, and there was Mike supporting that program too, just like he supports so many things in our community. And to this point tonight, we would not be complete if we did not highlight an example of our citizen diplomacy work. And each year, San Jose selects that individual, organization, or company which best exemplifies the spirit of Ireland. In championing linkage between San Jose and Silicon Valley and Dublin and all of Ireland, tonight it is my pleasure, as chair of the San Jose Dublin Sister City program, to announce that the community recipient of the 2016 Spirit of Ireland Award is another great San Jose public and civic leader of long standing. An educator, civic and community activist, a former city council member, and the longest serving member of the San Jose Dublin Sister City program board of directors, the Honorable Charlotte Powers. Charlotte served as the council liaison to the Arts and the Airport Commission, as well as a member and former chair of the Valley Transportation Authority. As such, she has participated in the growth of our Sister City program and the many partnerships that have been made through the years. We please ask, Charlotte will receive her award in March officially during Irish Week, but we want to say congratulations, Charlotte, and please come down and say a few words.
First of all, we had a wonderful going away party for Pat McMahon the other night, so let's raise our glasses to him in honor of his presence, and we know he's with us tonight. So here's Pat. Here. We sent him on his way. Anyway, I want you to know this is a before and after. This picture over here is the before 70, and this is the one that's after. Thank you very much, Rose. Thank you for the honor, and I am very pleased with I got to read this upside down, this recognition, and look forward to our traditional Irish Week in March. It's also very special to be recognized along with Norm, whom I've known for many, many years. And when I visited him in Washington, he's always been the most gracious host when we were on the floor of, uh-oh. I thought you're going to be my light.
Let there be light.
Only you can provide that, right? That's great. We both worked on the Sister Cities programs and also on civic education. We did a lot with a program called We the People, which was So, and with that in mind, many of my friends are here from the center and civic education programs, so All those who are here that are kind of outside the Sister City Circle, would you wave your hand?
We'll get you.
We'll get you, yeah. And then I'd like to introduce my daughter, Letitia, who is here, Letitia Powers. Hmm?
Oh, I said hi.
You said hi. And I'd like to thank everyone for attending this evening. And thank you also to the San Jose Dublin Sister City Board of Directors for nominating me and giving me this honor. Because as I remember, it takes a team to make things happen. This is my theme song, actually. And together, our Sister City team is strong and active in promoting the Sister City goals. If that weren't the way, then I wouldn't have stuck around for so long in the community. It's been here, I've been involved in Sister City since 1994. So, anyway, thank you again. I look forward to our Irish activities in Irish Week in March. Thank you very much.
Cheers to everybody.
Thank you, Shirley. She looks prettier and younger now. Dorian Gray.
You're beautiful. She's no longer on the city council. That is amazing.
It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Tim Quigley, Chair of the San Jose Dublin Sister City Program, Vice Chair of Sister Cities International, right here.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Sean, and good evening, everybody. And I'm going to make sure I have the right page. So, I have three things to do tonight. One is to acknowledge, the second is to thank, and the third is to introduce. First, we'd like to acknowledge Councilmember Ash Kaura. He wasn't here earlier, but I was going to acknowledge him at this point anyway, because in addition to our esteemed guest of honor, he is currently a member of the San Jose City Council, but he is also a member of the Sister Cities International Honorary Board. So it's great to see Ash. Thank you for the support over the years. And we look forward to seeing you in many, many years, internationally and locally. I'd also like to acknowledge the members of the diplomatic corps that are here this evening. And we have three distinguished members. One is Director Joseph Ma of the Taiwanese Directorate. Where is Joseph? Oh, he just stepped out. Well, he's here. And then second, Lorraine Cruz, who's the Consul of Mexico. Where's Lorraine right now? There she is. Thank you for coming. And a great friend, a long-standing friend, is Kevin Byrne, Vice Consul Kevin Byrne from the country of Ireland. And I think, where is Satoshi Higa from our great friends from the Japanese Council. Thank you very much, Satoshi. I don't know if Bill Hinkle has made it in here, but for those of you that are not familiar with how California is organized within the Sister City Network, we have two chapters. We have 42 cities in the north, 46 cities in the south, and the Northern California chapter is well represented tonight because this is certainly hosted by Mary Ellen and Mike Fox and the city of San Jose, but it's in partnership with so many of us from the north. So Bill Borum is our chair of the Sister City International Board of Directors, and he is in from Sonoma. I know Kathleen Kimura is here from, Kathleen is here from the city of San Francisco, you know, the suburb to the north. And I don't know if George Saxon made it in or not. I know he was planning to come on down, but he may not have made it. And there are several others that I don't see at the moment, but I would like to, and Bill Hinkle is supposed to be here, but I don't know if he's made it in yet or not. And he's currently the president of the chapter of Sister Cities. And he's from Central Valley area. So thank you all for coming. We also have three state coordinators for the state of California because we are such a rich pool of sister city and programs for the national network. And our Northern California State Coordinator is Miss Brenda Broomfield-Ross, who was supposed to be here this evening, but I haven't seen her yet, but we can still give her a round of applause for making the effort. There is one particular partner right there, over there, and that is Council Member Debbie Davis, Kathy Watanabe, Raj Shahal, AJ Shahal, from the great city of Santa Clara, you know, the one that's right next door. But they partnered with us 2 years ago to put on that national conference, and it's always a pleasure, and they're very innovative over there. And we're just thrilled that Santa Clara finally figured out that they ought to have an Irish sister city, so they're now twin with Dublin. But this isn't all about the Irish. I want to acknowledge now all of my compatriots from all 8 of our sister cities. And there's Tim Lynn and his team from our San Jose Tainan sister city, Fernando Fonseca from our San Jose Guadalajara sister city. Where's that old curmudgeon Abby Duran from San Jose, Costa Rica sister city? He left already. He came for the photo and ducked out. And then there's Kathy Sakamoto and our new team who is running the new relationship. And I understand, Norm, you're the chair of the San Jose Okayama Sister City program. And I don't know if Ingrid has made it in, but we are... Hi, Ingrid. Nice to see you. And Ingrid is resuscitating a program that has been dormant for a number of years, and that's the San Jose Veracruz Sister City program. So we're very pleased with that. And I believe that, I don't know if Sunil is still here, but Sunil Kelkar was here earlier, and he is the president, in fact, for 22 years of the San Jose Puna Sister City program, which we're very delighted. And tonight I'm in the persona of being the I'm representing the San Jose Ekaterinburg, Russia sister city, because we're in the preliminary stages of resuscitating that program as well. And as everyone knows, from time to time programs hit high points and low points. The important thing is, as the Vice Mayor said, is that we keep plugging along here in San Jose and keep those programs going. It's very important to keep that energy and to keep an ever-increasing level of leadership involved in this process. So I would like to acknowledge all of the San Jose programs and all the contributions that they make to the city and to Sister Cities International. Please give them a round of applause. Now there's one unique element here in our local community, and that is our county. We are one of the few counties that are members of the Sister City International Network. And I know chair of the Board of Supervisors, Dave Cortese, was going to drop in this evening. He may make it a little bit later, but I just would like to acknowledge him, and Joanne Anderson, who runs our Florence Commission, I know, is here. So there you are, Joanne. So please acknowledge Santa Clara County and their support. We have a Taiwanese relationship, a commission, and we have a commission with the region of Moscow. So that gives you a little bit of flavor of the diversity of what we're doing here in the local community. We'd like to thank again, as many have said, certainly Mary Ellen and Mikey Fox Sr. I cannot tell you how generous they have been to us as a program, but to this city in so many, many ways. And we will never stop saying how indebted this community is to them. But I would also like to acknowledge many of the corporate and family sponsors who, along with them, have been supporting these programs over the years. And in particular, I'd like to acknowledge Silicon Valley Bank, AMD Corporation, Wells Fargo Bank, Cisco Systems, and a great team from Cypress Semiconductor, along with just a sample of the individuals that support this program, and that is Mario Flaherty and the folks over at the pub. I know Johnny Hannigan is here, and I'd like to acknowledge them as well. But we also have a very distinguished lady, Ramoni Abramitis, and Larry Silva, who owns Yellow Cab. And this rich mix of community from all different walks of life keep our programs going. And I just would like to thank everyone for that. The Silicon Valley Capital Club team and Kimberly Brady and her planning team Sean and Pam and Yuki deserve a round of applause just for putting this event on. And finally, because I got to select Mark Finn here, we'd like to introduce a living representative of the sustaining value of a sister city relationship. The Pat McMahon Graduate Level Exchange Scholarship, and I know Pam is here along with Dale tonight representing the family, and we've mentioned them several times this evening. But the Pat McMahon Graduate Exchange Degree Scholarship Program is the only postgraduate exchange degree program in our entire 2,240 sister city relationships around the world. And it is a collaboration between the San Jose Dublin program and the City of San Jose State University, Dublin City University, and a participating corporation who has been our founding partner, Cypress Semiconductor. So to Andy Wright, to Mark Finn, to Patrick, did Patrick make it in? Patrick Cruz, and to Ray Casey, I just want to say, please tell TJ that we really do appreciate your continuing support over these years. And this is the Cypress Semiconductor team that made this scholarship launch. So please. And I went in that order. You know, Andy is the head Irishman. Now, he has responsibilities in Cyprus, but really, he's the head Irishman over there. But it's our pleasure to introduce the 2016 scholar who arrived just last Saturday. She is getting over.
Yes, thank heavens.
She is getting over. Let me say that one more time. She is getting over jet lag. And I'd like to invite her to come up and just wave to us, Miss Tessa Ronan, who is pursuing a master's degree in physics. Tessa is our fourth scholar. So welcome. Can you say anything in Gaelic?
Tommy Gabata Kanchas Gaelga. Falcha Gucci San Jose, thanks. Magaragam Dog Jan Laris in it.
And that means hi, I like it here so far? Yeah. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more very special presentation. I'd like to invite Mr. A.J. Jahal, a youth member of the Sister Cities International Board of Directors, and Mr. Bill Borum, right here, chairman of the board, to the podium. A.J.
Thank you, Sean. As we come to a close in tonight's celebration of the 60th anniversary, I also want to take this opportunity to sort of start a new tradition here in this room with all of you here today. Coming up in November is the quadrennial Youth Delphic Games, which is one of the largest youth exchanges in the arts. And Sister Cities International is proud to be looking into this event, and on behalf of all the youth of Silicon Valley, I'm proud to present this check of $2,000, which is small in shape and not so ceremonious as you might expect, to our Mr. Chairman, Bill Borum. So that we can send our delegation over and be one of the first United States delegations to be represented in the Delphic Games in Goa, India in November. So thanks so much.
Thank you, AJ. We've been delighted to have him on our board of directors as the youth and student representative. He's done a great job, always coming up with innovative ideas. So this is a new challenge, an additional challenge for him to take on, because starting in the mid-90s, a movement started to recognize artists and authors, especially on the youth level, and they're having their next conference in Goa, India, as AJ mentioned. So this is a great start. We thank you very, very much for the delegation's registration fees, and we certainly hope that at any of the future events such as this that we'll raise additional funds to help the delegation get there. But San Jose has really stepped forward in a big way to launch us on this. So thanks, AJ, and thanks to all of you for participating.
Well, lastly, I do, Tessa asked me to translate what she said in Gaelic.
Oh dear, I'm scared.
What she did say was to go and visit the silent auction tables. Okay, and the last part was because it benefits the Pat McMahon Postgraduate Exchange Scholarship Program. Thank you so much. It's a very, very nice thing in Gaelic. So we're concluding our evening. Mingle, enjoy, have great conversations, and please check out our silent auction tables. Some very unique items.
Sean, don't forget to mention the
Because he told me. But thank you for translating that. I'll be right over there.
I'd like to acknowledge a couple of Spirit of Ireland Award winners. I know Harry Powers is here, in addition to Bob Hennessy and John Hannigan, and I don't think anyone else is here. But to get back to the Dublin advertisement that Mary mentioned, if you go to www.dublin2016.ie, you can register online. The webpage is up. It's populating, and the information will be filling in over the next week. Accommodations are available in group blocks that the city has arranged for those that are interested in going. The program is explained fairly well in detail on the webpage, and we are still working with Aer Lingus to potentially get a special group rate for folks that would like to use that for their transportation over.
Much easier to like that.